What's good, everybody? It's your boy Joby1, your favorite Rap and Black Series collector and #1 hip-hop Jedi in the galaxy. Hope you guys are doing all right today. I've got a big announcement for the channel, at least it's big to me. I'm hoping some of you guys might be hyped about this too. But for the last year or so, I've been following along with a company's nacelle toy company. They're getting ready to release some Star Trek themed figures. And so I've been following along with some of that, and I've been dabbling with the idea literally for a while. And recently they announced their like Wave 2, Wave 3, Wave 4. And suffice to say, guys, I'm completely cooked, man. Now listen, I like all the Star Trek, but particularly I'm a huge fan of Deep Space Nine. Now for some people that's a hot take, for some people that's a cold take, but legitimately Deep Space Nine is my favorite. So the first figure from Wave 1 that they announced from Deep Space Nine itself was Weyoun, the Vorta Dominion second in command guy, basically, to the founders. So y'all, I'm deep into Star Trek lore just as much as I know about Star Wars lore. I am just as much a fan of both of those properties. And like I said, I wasn't sure, they announced Weyoun. I'm like, okay, he looks really good. That's, man, okay. And then Wave 2, they announced Nog. And I was like, okay, I've got to get, hold on. So then Wave 3, they announced some legacy characters and stuff, some other ones. But then in Wave 4, they announced Captain Benjamin Sisko. So guys, officially, I'm going to be grabbing all the Deep Space Nine characters that Nacelle Toys releases under this Star Trek line. And maybe later on I'll dabble into some of the other ones. But really, truthfully, it'll be easy for me to stick to just Deep Space Nine because of how much of a fan I am of that series. So basically, guys, if you're a Star Trek fan, I'm going to have a separate playlist on the channel specifically for the Nacelle Toys Star Trek stuff. And maybe I'll share some of my, thoughts on different Star Trek properties and, kind of make it its own playlist. So that way, any of my fam here that happens to also like Star Trek will have a place that they can check out and hear what I got to say about that stuff. And, kind of diversify the channel a little bit. And, I hope that maybe some of y'all might be interested in grabbing some of those Nacelle Star Trek toys, because I'd love to hear what you guys think about them too, and of course I'll give my thoughts on it. And as the collection develops, until I can develop a full Deep Space Nine / Star Trek shelf, Weyoun and Nog will hide great in the background. So of all my Black series, they could be, kind of like some random aliens until I can set up that shelf officially. So, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it, man. I appreciate you for stopping by and hearing me out on this. Because I know most of everything I do has been Star Wars related, and my music is very Star Wars related, but there's some Star Trek references in my music too. So, you should go back and listen. But anyways, if you're new around the hip-hop Jedi space and you're into Star Wars, Star Trek, hip-hop, any of the above, do consider hitting that like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Show some love. Drop me some questions in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Like, I'm always looking to have conversations about all this stuff, about life in general, man. That's what I'm here for. Follow me on all the socials at jo3.b.1. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you. Much love. May the force be with you. We'll see you guys later.